That one. What influences your decision to choose one vendor over another? For example, if you had two different photographers and they were equal in price, what kind of made you go one way or another?
Sure. Well, I think especially for something like that, photography, I mean, style is different for everybody. So if someone's more, if the pictures are more like your personality or something like that, but because there's so many routes and different options that you can go for something like that. So a lot of stuff like that, and you know, with cake and things, it's just a lot of personal preference. You can't, you know, suggest, you know, coming from my perspective, you know, how we can do referrals and things. You can't push one person over the other because what you think, because everyone's opinion is different. So, you know, as far as something like that goes, it's, you can, you know, give good opinions of like, oh, well, this person's good, and then kind of just go from there. So it's kind of, personal preference has a lot to do with it.
I would say, and this might apply to folks in the room who have brides from out of town, like Chicago, who are getting married back here. I planned a lot of my wedding over email, and a lot of it during the workday. Like, I couldn't make calls during the day, during business hours. So I was doing almost everything by email. So a vendor that was really responsive and really expressive over email, not somebody that's like, I can't do anything unless we get on the phone, or somebody, you know, somebody that was willing to really engage with me and go down the path on email. That was huge, and in every case I went with the person that would email with me and like really engage without saying you need to meet with me or call on the phone.
I picked the people who I felt the most personal like connection. So if I got a very good feel from talking with them, I felt like I could trust them, and then I kind of went from there. It was more of a gut.
So same price, but
Yeah, I mean, just how did you kind of decide to get two?
Yeah, I think what Chelsea said is very true too. It's a lot of personal, like what you prefer. I know with photography, I had one that was really, really cheap, but then I looked at their pictures and I wanted more of like an artsy like kind of look, and it was more like posed, and so I went with someone else, even though they were really cheap and I was looking for cheaper, like to save money. So I think it is a lot of personal preference, and then too, like how they interact with you. Like you guys all said, if they take like 2 weeks to respond to an email or a call, I'm not gonna probably go with them. So like the way that they interact, I think too, is good.
I agree. I planned my wedding was my work day, so email was a good deal, and if I signed a couple contracts like through email too, so that really worked out because I didn't have to scan anything. I could just use my cursor and sign it and send it back. So it was really easy, and that's how I typically determined who I was going to go with.
Fantastic. Okay, what is your